You're watching CNA Heroes. Here's Lisa Sweet.
Hello. Welcome to CNA Heroes. My name is Lisa Sweet and I'm the co-founder of the National Association of Healthcare Assistants. Let's talk about CNA Heroes. CNA heroes are often born from chaos and disaster. They work quietly in the background, taking care of others' needs while Mother Nature unleashes her fury. They toil diligently to maintain care routines despite extreme conditions and the lack of critical infrastructure that's needed. CNA heroes are creative, they improvise, and they do what they must to get the residents taken care of. Hurricane Katrina was the largest and the third strongest hurricane ever recorded to make landfall in the United States, August 29th, 2005. It plowed into Louisiana and Mississippi as a Category 5 hurricane with wind speeds up to 175 miles per hour. A 20-foot storm surge swallowed the coast. Additionally, if you all remember, the levees in New Orleans were breached, and at one time, 80% of New Orleans was underwater, up to 20 feet deep in some places. Small, old communities along the Gulf Coast in Mississippi were destroyed by wind and water. I witnessed this firsthand as a boots-on-the-ground disaster volunteer in coastal Mississippi, and so this area holds a special place in my heart. I'm very excited for our CNA Heroes segment today because of that. Of course, there were many salacious headlines during that time about the horrors of flooded nursing homes and residents left behind to fend for themselves. However, most of those headlines were disproven. There were some healthcare providers who did flee out of fear, but they were the exception, not the rule. Today, we're going to honor those CNAs from Hurricane Katrina who stayed to take care of the residents and do the right thing. They didn't necessarily make the headlines. These CNAs didn't get recognized, but they stayed. Despite no running water, they stayed. Despite no electricity, they stayed. Despite no plumbing, they stayed because their elderly residents needed them. In the aftermath of the hurricane, those CNAs in coastal nursing homes that withstood the hurricane, they worked through difficult conditions. There was a lack of supplies, a lack of food, and a lack of basic services. Much of the care was delivered by flashlight at night. Because of disruption in sewer services, there was no operating toilets or showers. There was no plumbing. Even weeks after the hurricane, some homes were still forced to use the portable toilets. So they were toileting the residents in portable toilets. You all know how difficult it is to toilet a dependent resident in normal circumstances, let alone having to go outside to a porta potty. These CNAs stayed even though many had lost their homes, sent their families inland to safety, and they were overwhelmed and they were exhausted, but they stayed. They did the best they could with what they had, but it was their presence that was so meaningful. So today, we honor the CNA heroes of Hurricane Katrina who stayed. Today, we honor the CNA heroes of Hurricane Katrina.